Hey folks, this is Cody with Anglers Covey Fly Shop here with some more tips and tricks. Tomorrow's December 1st and winter's almost here. I mean, we haven't had much snow, but the temps are dropping and we should be into winter fishing soon. So I want to go over some winter tips for you. One of the first major hassles we come across in the winter fishing are the guides on our rods getting all iced up and converts our fly rod to a Tenkara rod, which is not too fun most of the time. So one way to combat that, Loon makes a cool product called the Ice Off Paste. You just take a little bit of this, rub it on your guides. I suggest doing it maybe like an hour before you actually fish with it. It just kind of gives the paste a little time to set on there. It will wear off with a lot of fishing, but you can easily reapply it streamside. And instead of the Ice Off Paste, any kind of like beeswax based lip balm you can also be used. Stay away from any petroleum based type stuff. It just doesn't seem to work that well. If you do want to break some of the ice out of your guides, be really careful doing it by hand. The graphite and fly rods gets really brittle in really cold temperatures, and it's much more prone to breakage. And I'm guilty of doing this before. I'll reach up here to my tip tops, grab my tip like this, and try to bust ice away, and I've snapped the tip right off the rod and ended my day of fishing. It's not fun, so be really careful if you're trying to break the ice out. Like I said, the graphite's really gentle and gets soft when it's cold out, so be careful about that. So that's a few ways to combat the ice in your guides. Alright, another problem we combat in the winter time, the ground's it's soggy, it's wet, there's all this snow, oftentimes it's mud, it's a pain to change when you get to the river and then when you leave. A ground mat's really nice. Lay this guy down. You can get in and out of your waders and boots without hopefully getting your feet too mucked up. What I do a lot in the wintertime is I'll actually hop in my waders and boots at home and I'll drive to the river kind of all ready to go. So when I get to the river out of the car, I'm already in my waders. It's nice. I don't have to change outside where it's cold. But at the end of the day, fishing before I get in my car, I do want to take all my wet gear off, and the ground mats are definitely a huge help with that as well. So let's cover a few more tips here regarding the winter fishing, and this will be more of actually on the river. We're fishing now. Wintertime, midges are definitely the name of the game. It's the most prominent bug in the system. It's really what these fish are keying in on, so midges. And a lot of times you're going to have to get small, 22s, 24s. So again, it's cold, the water's colder. These fish's metabolisms are slowing down. They still got to eat, but the feeding's going to slow down a little bit. They're a little more lethargic. They don't want to waste a ton of energy. So they're going to want to be sitting in the slower water. So try and target some of the deeper pools and pockets where it's slower moving water. They're kind of there just chilling, hanging out. And the other thing with that is that their takes are going to be really soft. They're not going to be real aggressive takes. They're going to be nice and gentle and subtle. So really keep an eye on that indicator, and the slightest tiny indication, give a good hook set, because there's a good chance there's a fish on the other end. And speaking more about your hook sets, really try to focus mentally on the fact of trying to get your hook set downstream. As a fish has its mouth open and your fly's coming and they take it, you want to set downstream and not upstream, because upstream you'd be kind of pulling that fly away from the fish. Downstream hook or set, it's just going to give you a better chance and better odds of actually getting a good solid hook set with that fish. So yeah, so there's just a bunch of winter related tips for you. If you have any more questions, give us a call, stop by the shop, shoot us an email, and we're happy to help you guys out. Alright guys, tight lines, see you next time.